Hello and welcome to How Not to Screw Up Your Kids, the bucket emptying episodes. I'm your host, Dr Maryhan, psychologist, parenting expert and author of the How Not to Screw Up Your Kids, a real life guide to parenting book. And today we're going to talk about a hack. And this is one of my absolute, quite genuine go-to hacks, which is morning routines. So if you've been in my world for a while, you will know that I am a huge, huge fan of morning routines. I think they absolutely set our intentions and set our day. And I created my very own morning routine called Shine. Shameless plug for my planner. You don't have to use the Shine planner. It is available on my website and it was specifically designed around the morning routine I'm going to go through with you. If you don't want to use the Shine planner, then use a notebook. Yes, a How Not to Screw Up Your Kids, available on Amazon. And shameless Maryhan, shameless plugs for products. But let me talk about, I'll stop being silly for a minute and let's just talk about why morning routines. Forget whether you use my Shine planner, forget whether you use my Shine routine, forget whether you use one of my notebooks. Why are morning routines really important? In my view, what they are important in terms of parenting. And there's lots of evidence. If you're in the entrepreneurial space or the business or the personal development space, there's a lot that's talked about in terms of morning routines. But I'll tell you why I think it's really crucial and why I feel it's crucial as a morning routine and not something that you do in the evening is this. Parenting is very often on autopilot, and parenting often begins, let's face it, with a slap round the face or the knee in our face from our children as they come into our bedroom, or maybe they're already in our bed and then they've just woken us up. So we get this slightly rude awakening because we're sleep deprived, we haven't had enough, or we're exhausted. And so we always feel like we're on the back foot. The whole purpose of these series of podcasts, these particular ones, is about how can we empty our bucket. So we often wake up in a way that is already with a quarter, half, three-quarter full bucket. And the whole point behind a morning routine is to be intentional and to be conscious and for us to take control of how our day begins. And our day begins in the morning. If you choose to try, and I really hope you choose to try the Shine morning routine, it literally is designed to be done within 30 minutes. You can obviously reduce it down if you need to, but my personal view is that 30 minutes will give you the true benefits that I think that it can really provide. And I know that it can have such a profound impact. During the pandemic, back in the day, when I was on social media, I would do a Shine morning routine within my free group every morning. And I know from the feedback that I got from parents how much it made a difference in terms of how intentional they became with their parenting, how conscious they were about the decisions they made, and how much more energized they felt as a parent. Now, I understand that you might be saying, well, that's all well and good, Maryhan. That was in the pandemic when we were all at home and we could do these things. And now I'm juggling multiple things. When do you expect me to have the time? If you want my honest answer, make the time. And I say this genuinely with love. Is anything that is important and worth doing requires your full and undivided attention, and for you to be intentional by creating space in your diary for it. If you knew for certain that doing something would make parenting feel easier, would help you feel more energized, less tired, more present when you need it to be, you're going to do it. And I can guarantee that if you try the Shine morning routine for just 1 week, just humour me, just say, oh, God's sake, Maryhan, I'll just keep you quiet. I'll just give it a go. I can guarantee you that you will notice some monumental differences. And the things that you might notice might be the things that you just do on autopilot in terms of your children that are actually things that light them up and make them feel incredible, and certain things that you're doing routinely where you're saying yes to people all the time and then wondering why you're feeling overwhelmed. So, lecture over. Let's talk about what the Shine routine looks like. And Shine is basically 5 simple practices, each of which can take no more than 5 minutes. Actually, you could do it in 25 minutes. Yep. And the idea is you've got shine. So you've got silence, hydration, intention, note-taking, and exercise. 5 things. In fact, I think you could do it in less than 25 minutes, probably 20. But the idea, now let me talk to you about each one and what those are. So silence is a period of time where you are just in silence. Now, some of you will be going, oh my God, Maryhan, you talk about meditation. I can't quiet my busy mind. Why? I've tried it loads of time, Maryhan. Don't even try and go there. Just try looking at it from a different perspective. Frame it differently and simply say that you are going to gift to yourself 5 minutes of stillness, of staring out of a window, enjoying a hot brew, a cold glass of water, whatever it might be, but you're just going to be for 5 minutes. And if you find 5 minutes intolerable, a minute. Start with 1 minute. You can do a minute, 60 seconds. Put a timer on, just sit, just be, just look. I'm not asking you to change your breathing. I'm not asking you to stop the internal chatter. I'm just asking you not to be distracted, not to check your phone, not to get on your to-do list, not to be busying yourself. If your brain gets busy, your brain gets busy. Don't worry about it. I'm not asking you to change your thoughts, move them away, be present in your breath, notice your breath, nothing. Just simply be. Start with a minute and build up as the week goes. Yeah? So you're promising me that you're going to do it for 7 days. Do a minute the first day. Do a minute and a half the next day. Do 2 minutes on the third day. Yeah? Then move up to 3, 4, 5. Okay, so S is for silence. H is for hydration, and it isn't something that you need to sit and do for 5 minutes. You don't need to sit and hydrate yourself for 5 minutes, but it's simply about making sure that you are active and you are conscious about drinking enough water. Yeah, not drinking enough water is associated with brain fog, with low energy, feeling that you're hungry when you're not, lack of clarity and focus and ability to concentrate. Water is crucial, and we should be drinking, as adults, we should be drinking around 2 litres of water a day. We probably don't do that. And so when we first start doing it, yes, you may pee a lot more and go to the loo. It's not your body needs this water. And so if you're someone who finds it difficult, and you've tried this before and you're finding it difficult, one of the sort of things that we know from psychology is that a great way of trying to create a new habit, and your new habit is about hydrating regularly and drinking plenty of water, is that what we do is we bootstrap it. So if you're someone like me who likes to have a hot tea, herbal tea, this is chamomile, or coffee, or whenever it might be, you just simply say to yourself, before I drink my tea, as I'm putting the kettle on, or putting the coffee machine on, or whatever it is that you do for the drink that you have, I will drink a glass of water. So I'm bootstrapping it. My drink, before I have that, I will have a glass of water. You can do it that way. Or you simply buy a water bottle that is of a certain volume, so maybe 500 ml, and you know you need to drink 4 during the day. So you just simply work out, I need to drink my first one this time, by this time, the second one by this time, the third, the fourth. So that's the way you do it. So silence, hydration. Intention and note-taking go together, and I would do the note-taking first. So note-taking is writing in a journal or a notebook. Yeah, so you're writing, and you're doing a reflective piece about the day before. So you are reflecting on what happened the day before. And if you're not used to journaling in any way, or any sort of form of reflective practice, it's not about chronicling your day. It's simply about reflecting on how certain things made you feel, how you reacted in certain days. It may well be related to how your bucket is. If you might find it simpler to start off with simply just putting what went in your bucket and what you used to empty it. The reason why that's such an important component is it allows us to spot trends, patterns with our behaviour that we then address. So we're doing the silence, hydration, we're doing the note-taking, and from our note-taking, we will then have an intention. And the intention is like a overarching theme for the day. It's like a chapter heading. It's simply saying, now I've done a bit of a reflective piece. I've noticed that actually I'm really tired. And that seems to be a bit of a recurring theme. So your intention may well be to be mindful and to be careful with yourself, and that you are going to sleep, that you are going to prioritize sleep that particular day. So that could be your intention. It could be your intention maybe to have a difficult conversation. It could be your intention is actually you've not been out very much. It could be your intention that you've noticed that actually you're having a bit of a power play with one of your children and you need to reconnect with them. So it's really looking at what that intention would be. It's not your to-do list. Your to-do list can come separately. It's simply what comes out. So we've got silence, hydration, intention, note-taking, and E is exercise. Some form of exercise. It might be stretching, it might be yoga, it might be a walk, it might be a run, it might be a cycle, it might be bouncing on a trampoline. Yeah, it's just looking at having something that gets you active, because that engages us. It makes us feel vibrant. It makes us feel energized. It makes us feel focused and alert. But it's just listening to our bodies and doing what our body asks us to do. So that's the morning routine. I'm asking you to trial it for 7 days. And I want you, genuinely, I want you to email me in. Heidi, my executive assistant, might kill me when she sees all the emails coming in, but I would really appreciate you letting me know how you've got on, because I feel very passionate that this can make such a profound positive impact on the way that we feel, not only as parents, but in all the other roles that we take on. So if you have enjoyed this podcast episode, and if you want to get your own Shine Planner, then of course you can go to the website under the book section, and you'll be able to order yourself one, and we will send one in the post. But if you have enjoyed this episode, I would love it if you could rate, review, and follow, so that we can spread the love and let more people know about our podcast. So until next time.